Well, hi. As you can tell, I'm not on the trail today. I had some medical issues. I had an appendectomy a couple of days ago, so it's going to be a while before I could hike. So I decided that instead of my usual content, I would do some food content. So everybody knows about these. This particular one is from Backpacker's Pantry. It's shepherd's potato stew with beef. And like all of these, it has a tremendous amount of salt. Additionally, it says 2 servings, but everybody knows with a hungry hiker, that's only 1 serving. And it's 230 calories per serving, which would be 460 calories, which really isn't enough for a hungry hiker, let alone for 2. So I'm going to be making this today, as well as Chef Corso's shepherd's pie bowl. Now these are as close together as I could find. They both have potato, they both have beef, some dehydrated vegetables, and what we're going to do is we're going to cook both of them up, and then me and my panel of not so expert judges are going to taste test them and tell you what I think. The one thing I want to point out, these things are so convenient. We know that. That's why the thru hikers all love them, because you throw this in a bag and you're done. No work, no effort. This, on the other hand, I had to dehydrate the vegetables, or buy dehydrated vegetables. I have to put the little package together, make sure I've got all the ingredients, and if you're in the middle of a thru hike, you can't do all that. We know this. This isn't for thru hikers. But if you're doing a 3-day backpack trip, you could absolutely throw together a few of these, and then when you're on the trail, you could put them, you could rehydrate them, you can prepare them, and you get a tasty meal with real food, as opposed to that. You can tell which way I'm leaning already, but we'll give it a fair test. So come on, let's get cooking. We're going to fry this one first. Cut the wire. That is a teaspoon. And
Okay, so the flavor's not bad. Needed a little bit of salt. My suggestion would be, instead of using the plain water mixed with the veggies, to add in some gravy mix. Take a package of gravy mix and measure out your spoonful or so, and add that to the water to thicken it up.
I think it's pretty good. It needs salt and pepper. Other than that, I really like the taste of the jerky in it. And overall, I'd say it's pretty good.
So one of the things that I noted is we just didn't make enough sauce. The sauce should be more. And I think if we had used the idea of using a gravy mix package, that would be really good. So one thing to point out, with the backpacker meals, one of the convenience factors is the fact that there's nothing to wash. I boiled water, I poured it in the bag, I eat it with a spoon. No dishes. This, I have to wash the pot, I have to wash the skillet that goes on top of the pot, and you kind of have to have a setup like that too. I have to wash my bowl, and then because we're serving multiple people, we also have to wash the bowls that we ate out of. All right, so now we're going to serve up the Backpacker's Pantry, and let's see how that turned out. So looking down in it, you can see it looks more like a soup than a stew. And I guess the potatoes are kind of the thickening agent. So let's see how this tastes. All right, we're going to dig in. Alex had to step away, but we want to try this while it's still hot. Definitely does not need salt. Adding salt to this is like, you know, automatic trip to the emergency room.
It's very tomato forward.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that...
The meat feels very dry.
And in very small chunks.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much protein in it. And of course with ours, you can put as much protein in as you want. You know, you can adjust it according to your needs. Okay, so Alex, what we're doing is we've got some potatoes left over from before, so we're going to put the potatoes from the previous one in with the stew for this one. But what did you think of the Backpacker's Pantry meal by itself?
Bland.
Bland and yet salty somehow.
Yeah, which is odd because it doesn't taste like there's any salt in it.
Yeah, that was my thought as well.
Your thoughts?
Like he said, it's very tomato forward. Huge amounts of sodium, but you don't taste salt. I prefer to taste a little bit of salt. The meat is very dry and pebbly. The vegetables were good. The peas are full and...
yeah, the vegetables definitely rehydrated better than mine.
Yeah, but overall, I prefer the shepherd's pie bowl. It tastes more fresh.
And what's really interesting is everybody talks about, you know, oh, it takes too long to cook on the trail. It was actually done before the backpacker meal was fully rehydrated. It didn't take as long. Now, cleanup will take longer, and while the backpacker meal is rehydrating, you can be putting up your tent or doing something else, whereas with this, you have to actually focus on the cooking. But I'm going to get some more potatoes and finish this off, because I think the two together are a good combo.
Oh, that was really good.
All right, so overall, everybody liked the Corso shepherd's pie bowl better than the backpacker's pantry. However, when we mixed the two, that was ideal. So I should have made more sauce for the Corso meal for the amount of potatoes that I made. I used a huge thing of potatoes. If I'd used a 4-serving bag instead of an 8-serving bag, what I made might have been enough, but even then I probably should have made more. So, hope you've enjoyed this video. A little different than what I usually do, but, you know, I'm going to do what I can do until I can get back to doing what I want to do. So, until next time, Asmith out.